Okay, today I'm going to go over Happy Phonics. I bought this 8 years ago, so they still sell it. It's at lovetololearn.net, and it's a program to help kids learn to read. So I use some other things for kindergarten for them learning to read, but this is excellent. I checked out all the different workbooks and things, and they're okay to supplement. But to learn, especially for wiggly learners, or my boys especially, this was it, because this is games. It's a fun way to do it. So it comes with a simple, they probably updated it since 8 years ago, but I found out about it from Kathy Duffy's book, The 100 Top Picks for Curriculum. And it's put together by this mom who saw a need and filled it, and it is very, very simple. This is the mom. Has a systematic, oh, these pages are sticking. Okay, right here, it's really simple. This is what she goes over. This is what it's all about. It's an easy approach to learning to read that's fun, and it's not boring or like a struggle. It shouldn't be a struggle. So the first thing, you teach your kid the alphabet song, and then the capital letters match a lowercase, and then it just goes through these steps, and then you have Avid Reader on your hands. And they have it all nicely laid out here. I highlight everything because I'm nerdy, but it tells you what to do and ideas for each step. And it has all laid out really nice for you. So I love it. I just go through, and whatever step the kid is on, that's what you do. And then it shows the correlating games that you'd need to play for that step. And they all have, if you can tell, as you get up here, they have symbols, so you can match the game to the cards. Now they comes in a pile. I'm assuming they still do it. It's huge stack of cardstock everything. It's tons, and this is the list that shows everything that comes with it. So it has the guidebook, has all these things. These are all the games. Well, you have to cut it out. That's the only drawback, was it took me forever cutting them all out. But especially if you have lots of kids, it's so worth it, because you have them for life. So it's cardstock, colored cardstock, and each color is for each game. And what I did is after I cut them all out, I laminated them. You don't have to have a laminator machine. You could just buy the sticky ones, the packs that you can just stick on. That's what I had at the time. And then just cut it out, so that way you can use them for life. So it starts out with learning your alphabet. So especially if you laminate like this, you could just use a dry erase marker on it. So first they learn that there's a capital and lowercase, and then you can have them practice finding them. There's a game here. You can write the letter in, and then they have to find it. It's just getting familiar with letters. And then the strip here that you can put up on the wall, just so they can familiarize themselves. And then they have a fun game called the Muffin Match. It's like these. It has all the lowercase with capital. And there's several ways to play this, and it's all in the book. So that's kind of fun, just to learn your letters. And then you have your cards, of course, with the capital and lowercase, where you learn all the sounds. And then as you go up, has all the games. So when they're starting to make the sounds, and then they're putting them together, that's the biggest step right there, is instead of sounding out each letter, learning to put it together. And once that clicks and they read their first word, is really exciting. So these ones have the hint on there. Okay, if they can't sound them out. That's just one game. There's another one with rhyming. As they progress, they do scrambled sentences. They have the reading house, which after I cut out and laminate it, you put one of these things in there, and it has a wheel, and then it has a strip that tells you the one that goes with it, and it comes out of the chimney like that. You just read the words. So they have tons of things that you'd be using over the course of the book. They have you're building your sentences. There are lots of games like this, and after I cut them out and laminate them, I just put them all Ziploc baggies with the name of it on it, and I just store them that way. So there's a castle game to learn your vowels. There's bingo, phonics bingo. Let's see what else. And then as you get Up more, it's harder, right? You have to learn all the little tricks of our English language. So there's more games. The space game, learning the silent letters, the daisy game, the boat launch. It's really simple. You can use pennies or paper clips as your markers on these. Learning the sounds. See, as you can see, there's tons, and they're all bright colors, color-coded, and they all have the little symbol on it, like the little question mark for this one. The Climb the E-Tree game. This was always a favorite. We use pennies, and then you draw a word, draw a card, and you read the word on it. If it's a long E, you get to climb up. So this one has the dot, so these match, see? And then they have these little books. They're first books that once they're connecting the sound, they can read. And they're really cute. They remind me of Bob books. You can write their name in there. See, it's cute. And then at the end, they have a place where they can mark that they've read it. That. And then it progresses and it goes up. And then they have, once you get into the other sounds, see, they're just the 3 sounds that A makes. So it explains everything to you. So it's very thorough, but it's simple. I love that. I don't have to do too much prep or whatnot. And all I do is work on it a little bit each day with them, and then I supplement with the workbook. But they have clue cards too that go with it for all the hard things are kind of hard that you have to either memorize or see. There's lots of little things like this. So that's basically it. So the drawback is that it comes in a huge old stack of cardstock and you have to cut them all yourself. But maybe if you have big kids, you can have them help you, or if it's a chore for them to do. But that's what took the longest. And I laminated because I want to make sure these babies last a long time. And so it's perfect. Just put little Ziploc biggies, keep them all together. You can keep it in a tote or a bucket. It's the Phonics game bucket. And then all you need is this book. And then it goes through and it tells you everything, gives you tips and everything. And then if they're having issues with certain sounds and things, you can just go over that. And then they recommend a daily program going through the phonics cards and then learning the next thing on the list. It breaks it down, the different phonics groups that you're working on, and then you just go through, and by then they're reading books. So it's awesome. It is perfect. I highly recommend it. Like I said, you could, since it's just games and learning and going over stuff like that, it's great to keep the attention of the kids. You can supplement it with, we used to do Explode the Code. We just did that as a workbook to like supplement it. And I do it in kindergarten. I mean, it's up to you what age you want to teach your kids this. But for us, it's worked. We do this with Explode the Code for the workbook. And then we do the Matthew C for math. And then just art or just fun stuff. And that's it for kindergarten. Because it's basically you just want the foundation for kindergarten for reading, writing, and math. That's basically it. So what I'm doing with my youngest ones now, we're still doing the Happy Phonics because we love it. I took out Explode the Code because my son now, he does better. We're doing Spelling You See. It's by Matthew C. And he seems to be liking that. So he's getting his writing practice as well as his words for spelling. So that's Spelling You See. So just use this and supplement, and then add a workbook so we can get the hands-on writing and spelling down, and you're good to go. So this is at, it doesn't say. It's lovetolearn.net. This is where you'll find that.